Es por esto que debes de venir a Vida Joven.
I first came to Vida Joven because of the pizza, and everyone was telling me there was going to be games and like rewards and stuff, so I was like, yeah, that sounds like so much fun. So then I came, and then I kept coming because of the messages that I was receiving from everybody. Every time I came, it was a different message, and it was from a different person, and it was something that I never really thought about outside of Young Life. So like when I'm here, I'm like in my own zone, and I'm like thinking about all these different things involving God and my faith, and it kind of like pushes me like to go out there and like pursue what they're saying in here to other people.
The cool part about Vida Joven being in Spanish is I felt more welcome. By coming to Vida Joven, I learned that Jesus is always there for me, that He loves us no matter what, that we're God's creation. He wouldn't change us for the world. Vida Joven has made me closer to God by the conversations we have about Him, and I wasn't going to church for a long time, so I started coming to Vida Joven, and it just really inspired me to start thinking about God again, and it's just made me closer to Him.
So what really has impacted me in Vida Joven was the talks that everyone gave me, and the one that really like got to me was one where we had to write our fears down on a piece of paper and like just let it go and give it all to God.
Hola, mi nombre es Lisbeth. Hi, I'm Lisbeth. Les voy a platicar un poquito sobre Vida Joven y lo que es Vida Joven y nuestras razones a través de Vida Joven. Vida Joven es un grupo como Young Life, como muchos de ustedes a lo mejor saben o están aprendiendo. Es una manera y un lugar donde los estudiantes, adolescentes pueden venir, sentirse en su casa, sentirse bienvenidos a aprender más sobre Jesús, Cristo y de todas las personas más grandes que nosotros. Es una manera en donde ellos pueden encontrar amigos, crear relaciones y poder acercarse más a su fe, a su religión, ayudándose uno al otro. I will tell you why I want to start Vida Joven and make it all over Indianapolis and maybe even take it even bigger than that. Vida Joven is a place where kids would feel comfortable, will feel at home, not only because it's in Spanish. The reason we do it in Spanish is because sometimes they feel more comfortable speaking in Spanish and being around their own roots than going somewhere that is kind of different than their roots. Yes, it is a way of them being in a different part of circle, but we don't see it as different part of circle because this is how they feel comfortable. I am Mexican and I used to do Young Life as a high school student and Wildlife as a middle school student, and even though I went to Young Life and Wildlife, I still kind of felt like I was the only one and no one could understand me because I come from different roots. And this is the reason why I wanted to do this, the reason why kids feel more comfortable. As you saw earlier before from the kids' interviews, they all feel comfortable and they feel at home being around people that they know and being around people that have the same roots as they do. Because yes, we are all the same, but in a way we come from different backgrounds, which kind of makes our own persons, and we can all relate to that. The reason why I want to make Vida Joven bigger than what it already is, just in one school, and take it all over Indianapolis and maybe more and beyond that, is because I'm not trying to separate the kids from each other. It is just a place where they feel more at home, they feel more comfortable. When a Hispanic student sees there's something going on and it's in Spanish, it attracts their mind, it attracts their eye, and they want to know and figure it out what it is. Even if they start listening to Spanish and music in Spanish, and they hear it coming from the classroom, they will all stop by and see why is there Spanish music going on there. These kids are growing up in a world that it's in the United States, and it's a different world than what they're used to at home. They have to mix two cultures together to come in one, which can sometimes be very tough. We want them to learn who Jesus is and who God is and why He created them, without them changing anything about themselves, but us changing for them so they can get to know Him better.